Hello, this is Jen from Red Toad Art Studio, and I want to wish everyone a wonderful, happy Thanksgiving week. And today, because Thanksgiving is coming up, we're going to do a fun little project with a Thanksgiving turkey. So, you will need just a few things. I have some mixed media paper out. You could also use some sketch paper or watercolor paper. But we're going to use markers on this today, and you could use crayons or paint, whatever you want. You'll need a pencil, an eraser, and a permanent marker, and you may want a ruler. You may or may not, that's up to you. And you would probably also want to download this free instruction sheet. There's 3 pages of instructions, simple step-by-step instruction to make your cute little turkey. So, let's get started and draw our turkey. This should be easy enough for any age or skill to pull this off. So, the first thing we need to do is draw our turkey's body, which is going to be a big circle right here. Draw lightly at first, because these are lines you may want to erase before you're done with the picture. So, this is going to be my turkey's body, and I have a feeling you may not be able to see that. So I am going to go in and draw darker so that it will show up on camera. Now, don't you worry about doing that. You keep your drawings light until you're sure you have all the lines that you want. I'm going to darken this circle up so you can hopefully see it. I am recording at night. I don't usually do that, so I hope we have enough light going on for you to be able to see what we're doing here. Okay, so there is a circle of our tummy of our turkey, the body of our turkey. And then we want to come up here and we want to do a smaller circle. This is going to be our turkey's head. Just like that. See that second circle? Now we want to give him a neck to attach his head to his body. That's usually kind of important, don't you think? Attach the head to the body. There we go. Now we're going to draw some wings. Now the first line, I'm going to draw one that will probably be erased. We're going to come out here to the side, just like this, and then up. You see that? I'm out of camera range, aren't I? There we go. Just like that. Now, I want to have a kind of bumpy or ruffled look to the outside part of this because there's feathers here that will be kind of bumpy looking. Alright? I'm sure there's a better word than bumpy, but you know what I mean. Kind of a soft scallop. There we go. Alright. Now let us come up and let's erase this line right here. We don't need to keep that line. All right. Now, we want to start adding some feathers on this guy. So, this is his tail feather. And he's facing us. The tail is spread out like a fan behind him, just like that. And that is our first tail feather. Now, as big as I've made him, he's not going to fit very well. I need a piece of paper a lot wider to fit all of his feathers on, but we're going to draw as many as we can. So I'm going to draw kind of an arc behind him, and this is a line that will need to be erased, so don't make it too dark. This is just to show us where the tail feathers will fit in. Now, on your instruction sheet, that is a dotted line, and we have that listed as a reference. And on our instruction sheet, I haven't done one thing. We were ready to put feet in there. We're going to do easy feet. We're just going to do 1, 2, 3. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. We've made this turkey easy so that anybody can do it, and it's fun to do, and not a lot of hard work. We are ready now to move on to the second sheet of our instructions. Here we have this line. We're going to add more feathers all the way around. Now, for one of our fun interactive projects we could do with this is, if you're having family or friends over for Thanksgiving meal, it would be fun to have everybody sign this. And if you can make enough feathers for everyone that will be at your dinner, then there would be plenty of feathers for everyone to sign. So here's our idea to have fun with this. You can draw and just draw a turkey. That's fine. But let's make this something fun for when you have guests over on Thanksgiving, that when they come in, they will sign a feather, and then they're going to write somewhere. There's not a lot of room. They'll have to write little, something they are thankful for. Now, I'm going to have room for 9 people at least. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 now. So I need to fit 9 feathers in here. And I have drawn my turkey really big this time. You might want to draw yours a little smaller so you have more room for everything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to do one more set of feathers, and that will work out just fine. Look at that. Yes. Now, we will want to erase this line that we put here to guide us on where to put the tips of our feathers. We'll give this a better erasing after we have inked this too. So just kind of get the main part off. Now we want to put the middle of the feather, that kind of vein hard part that goes down feathers, we will put that in. Being sure you can see this in the camera. There we go. Now let's add a beak. Right here on the head, do like 2 curved lines that meet in a point on the bottom. This is where the beak is, and I'm going to put a little, like kind of the top of a heart shape at the top of that beak. And let's erase this line where our circle crosses it. And let's put some little nostril holes here. Now, you notice tom turkeys have this, I'm not sure what you call it, it comes down and lays over their beak, this weird, usually kind of red thing. So just make a teardrop shape off of the side of the beak. And that will take care of that. All right, where are we? We're ready to put some eyes in. Isn't this easy? I think he's so much fun. We're going to put kind of a cartoon style in. Do you see how we're doing that? There we go. I kind of got carried away there, didn't I? There. Now let's put the inside of his eye in. We'll want to color that black with our ink or our markers. There. All right. Eyes in. We are almost done. Let's put kind of a, I'm not sure what you call it. This is where his feathers will be a little bit different color, and we'll do a couple of those. It'll give him some bright spots. There we go. I just love my turkey. Let's see, what else? We're ready for the last page already, I do think. Yes, let's add some just feather marks down through here. Just kind of scattered around there. There we go. And let's also put some wing lines in. Come along, and where you have one of your little scallops here, follow that along and just come up with your feather shape. See how he's just coming along? I'm going to turn my sheet a little bit. I think you can still see this come in. Big old tom turkey. Okay. Do I have anything? Oh, yes, there's one more thing, and it's adding some feather lines. Now, if you are going to have somebody sign your feathers, if you're going to do that, you'll need to leave a space for them to write. So we're going to let them write on top of our feathers. Let's fill in the bottom. Now, if this is just going to be a picture of a turkey, fill in the whole feather. But since I want to have my family sign this, I'm going to leave room for them to write probably just their first name. There's not a lot of space there, but you'll know who wrote it. That's what's important. Kind of a neat keepsake for your family. So I'm just going to finish filling in my feathers here. Now we are ready, almost, except for one thing. Yes, we're about ready to ink it. I'll get the bottom up here. He needs to be sitting on a branch, so let's draw a branch here under his feet. There we go. All right. And I want some wording up at top. If you're going to do this with your family, let's put a line of words up here that says, I am thankful for. And this is where you may want to use your ruler just so you can kind of keep the line straight. I'm going to draw it lightly, then I'll erase it. I am thankful for. I am thankful for. And then I'm going to put a colon there, and then people will write in around this turkey what they are thankful for. So now we need to ink it. And I think you all know how to ink. Just go over your lines with your permanent marker. Just as easy as that. And I'm going to finish this and be right back with you. Okay, I'm almost done inking. It takes just a little while if you're going to do a good job, but it's not hard at all, just to follow what you already drew. And it will show up well with your markers or color crayons, whichever you decide to use. Get the branch for him under his feet. And then the next thing we need to do, kind of made a mistake there. Next thing we need to do is erase all of our pencil lines. So just carefully go over your picture and erase all of the lines that are still showing. And now, the one thing I didn't list in supplies you needed was either markers or color crayons, paints. You could do this with colored pencils, chalks, whatever the media is of your choice. You need to have that out. I'm going to do markers this time because I want a nice brightly colored turkey. We need to do one thing with our black marker here before we move on, is finish the eyes. Okay, I see a couple things I missed. I missed inking the nostrils. And on the eyes, we want to color in the eye pupil black, but try to leave a little white dot as a gleam in his eye. So kind of mark that out in the beginning. Little white dot in both of those eyes. It gives some life to the eyes. And we have a live turkey here. We aren't eating him. He's a thankful turkey if you're a vegetarian, right? Or that he's not the turkey on the platter for Thanksgiving meal. Okay, he is ready to paint. Now I'm going to just quickly go through with my markers and just give you a quick video of me coloring this. I'm going to do, I think, red and blue leaves. He's going to be brown. And we'll have kind of an orangey beak and a red, whatever that thing is. So, I'm going to choose my red, and you can use any kind of marker. Your Sharpies will work, or if you have other marker sets, you'll need, say, several colors. You could do all these, all different colors if you want. I'm going to do red and blue, I think. One thing you will want to have on hand is a sheet to test out the color of your marker. Okay, I have an orange for my beak and my feet. Remember, with markers, fill in with tiny little circle movements, and you'll get a nice solid color instead of something that has a lot of white showing through. Sometimes you may even want to do a second coat. Take your time with this. We're not going to worry about a lot of shadows and things. This is just a fun little project for people to sign. You can do as much as you want, but we're not going to get realistic in this picture. It's more of a cartoon style picture. And as I say, this is easy enough. Any age and any skill level should be able to do this. So don't think it's too hard for you. And I made a mistake right here that will be shown, but you know, that's okay. If you make a bad mistake, you can always cover it with a white pen or some white paint if you make a mistake with your black pen. But I'm not going to worry about that tiny mistake. So there's my orange colored in. Now I want a good red for this. Now my marker set has been around quite a while, and I can see this one isn't going to do it. It's already empty. But my other end still has plenty in it. Probably won't do all my feathers though, but we'll see. I'm going to go ahead and hope I have enough to get my feathers done, or at least this is multicolored. We'll have different colored feathers. We might have to have a different color for every feather. Okay, I'm barely eking it out here with my red, but I did get it. There's not going to be a lot of giving it a second coat, though. I'm going to see if I can get a little bit on there because it wasn't covering real well. That's a hard part about markers. Sometimes you don't know how much ink is left in your marker. It's always nice if you have two of the same color, so if one runs out, you're doing okay. Alright, but this is going to do just fine. So there's my red. Now I want to find a blue that I like to fill that in. Okay, let's do every other feather blue now. And I will do this and be back with you. I won't make you watch me color all of these wings. Now here's a hint. If you're afraid you're going to run out of marker ink, which I am worried about with this old set of mine, do the opposite feather before you do these up here. That way the sets will match in their colors. Now I may have enough to do all my feathers, but I don't know. So I'm going to do this feather before I do these feathers. Alright, finishing up my blue. Now I want to find like a yellow color to put in here. And if yours looks blotchy, if your markers do a second coat. You can even do a third coat. And that's something I'm not doing because of my old markers, and there's probably not enough paint. But if you have good markers and want it to look smoother, you can do that. Okay, I'm going to do this yellow. It'll stand out against the brown of the turkey. Now I want to do a different color on this second spot here, and this is pretty much a brown. It's not as bright as I thought I was picking up, but you know, this will work. Just so we have different colors there, so they show up. Okay, finishing up with this. And now we need to look for a brown for the body and the head. And then we'll do the wings, if possible, a little darker brown. Okay, I have a brown here that I want to do the body and the head with. It's a light brown. Just like that. Now, it may be hard in your markers to find different browns unless you have a decently large set that has several browns in it. And if you just have one brown, that's fine. Go for the one brown you have. I know your Sharpies, as far as I know, only have one or two browns. And you know, you don't have to do your turkey brown. You can do your turkey pink or purple, whatever you want to do him. He is your Happy Thanksgiving turkey. You could do purple with pink polka dots if you want. Hey, go for it. I bet it would be cute. And there's his head. Now I'm going to come down and do his body. I was able to get 2 coats of brown on here, and 3 would be even better, but I'm going to settle for the 2 coats. Now I want to make my wings a little darker brown. This is a little darker, so I have a darker brown to color these wings in. And again, remember, you do these any color you want to do. You don't have to do it like I'm doing mine. Okay, I'm finishing the first coat here in my brown, and I think this marker is full enough that I can give these a second coat. I think it will look much smoother with a second coat on it. Look how that's smoothing that out. So if you have enough in your markers, it's always good to go over it another time, maybe even 3 coats. And you get all that splotchiness out. So I'm going to finish this wing and go back over this wing. Okay, I'm finishing up this second coat, and I'm going to see if this one will do a little more for me on the body. I think I'll give this whole body a 3rd coat, and that should smooth it out nicely. Okay, the only thing we have left to paint is this branch. And I think I will just do that in a black. It'll be a black branch. We'll go back to our Sharpie here and just use our Sharpie. Okay, finishing up our branch here. And you know, I also maybe would like to put some darker on those feathers down there. So now let's find a dark, dark brown and outline these feathers. And then we should be done. And I'm also going to outline the wing feathers here. All right, our turkey is done. Now, tomorrow in my family, we're getting together to celebrate. It's a little early for Thanksgiving, but part of our family is going to be out of town. So we're getting together tomorrow, and I'm going to take this with me and have them sign their names and write something they're thankful for. And I'm going to show you how it's done here. I'll sign my name. Now I have a short name, so I'm just going to put it down here. Write my name on a feather. And it would be kind of neat if you had some colored pencils for people to write in. And I'm going to write, I am thankful for my family. And there we go. And then we'll have everybody write their names tomorrow and something they are thankful for. And then I'll put this at the end of the video so you can see what the whole poster looks like. I hope you've enjoyed working with this turkey. He's a cutie. He's not real hard, but he's really cute. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful Thanksgiving, and I'm going to say bye-bye for now.